Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. So if you are here and you've chosen to watch this video because you too are suffering from broken or damaged hair and short layers, I just want to start off by saying I feel your pain. I get what you're going through. It is the worst thing ever. So I just want to say you're not alone. I just get it. It is so annoying, and as girls, hair is just the most important thing to us. It really is. And when it's not in its best condition, it becomes kind of all you think about. It really does. I have suffered with my hair now for about 3 years, trying to get it to a place that it's basically better, should we say. If you've been following me for a long time, you'll know that I even wore a wig for 2 months, I think, about 3 years ago when it first got really bad. So I've really been there and I've done it all. So I really hope that by watching this video, it helps you, and the products that I recommend and the things that I do will help you in your hair journey and making your hair better and getting it to a better place. So if you want to see how I created this look with my hair and my very short layers, as you can see, blended in, you can't even tell they're there, then please keep watching. So first things first, I just want to talk about how important it is that when you are suffering with damaged, broken, just like over-processed, basically just fucked hair, I cannot stress enough how much I've realised investing in your hair is the only thing that really is going to make it better. Now that means so many different things. So products that work and really do work, which can be slightly more expensive, the ones that are amazing and really good at protecting your hair. So it's investing in things like that. Also investing in styling tools that are not going to completely ruin your hair. So for me, that was investing in the Dyson hairdryer. I have seen such a difference in my hair since I've used this hairdryer. I do absolutely rate it. I think if you are someone who, you know, basically the dream would be whenever you've got broken layers or, you know, damaged hair, is to just have 6 months without putting any heat, any styling on your hair. But most girls don't have the luxury of being able to do that, so we need to find ways to basically be able to still style our hair, but in a way that we're not adding to the damage that's already there. Do you know what I mean? So this hairdryer I cannot rate enough. I think basically I just love it because I do honestly believe that I've seen a difference in my hair since switching to this. I've been using it now for about 6 months, possibly even longer. Like most things, the results do take time because you know you're going to take time to switch, but I take it everywhere with me now. Don't travel without it because hotel hair dryers are just the worst. I love the temperature settings. I love that there's there's never that real harsh heat, or like, you know, if you use a hairdryer and you can smell your hair kind of burning, or like this is just amazing. Expensive, yes, but as I said, it's all about investing in your hair. So I have dried my hair off so I washed it and then dried my hair off with the hairdryer. But before I dry my hair, I have become absolutely obsessed with the Kerastase Cement Thermic. It's basically this turquoise bottle. I will link this one below for you guys. This is basically, it literally is a thermo protection, so it's a heat protection. And this one says it's for resurfacing and strengthening, anti-breakage, anti-brittleness, blow dry milk for damaged hair. Strengthens the feel of damaged brittle hair, and it does exactly that. While I'm just speaking about the hair products that I do use, I'm just going to talk about the shampoo and conditioner that I've been using now for about 3-4 months. So it is the Grow Gorgeous. This is the Intense Thickening Shampoo and Conditioner. I am obsessed with these products. My hairdresser says that she has noticed such a difference in the condition of my hair since basically I've switched to Dyson hairdryer, using this, and also a good shampoo and conditioner for, you know, basically improving the quality. And this one's amazing because it has genuinely made my hair feel thicker. And as you know, we know, as long as your hair is feeling somewhat thicker, you know, it's going to be less prone to breakage, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of hairdressers as well, that is one other thing that I think is so important. If you're trying to get your hair back to a good place, you need to find yourself a hairdresser that knows what they're doing and basically cares for your hair. So I go and see a girl called Stephanie at Daniel Galvin, and since I've switched to her, so she does my hair extensions, but not only does she do my extensions, she actually looks after my hair and the, like, basically the well-being of my actual own natural hair, which I think had slightly been overlooked in the past in recent salons or other salons that I've been to. So she gives it regular trims. Basically, it's just really cautious of making sure every time I come in, she's checking the condition and how it is. You know, because you want someone who's basically honest with you and says, look, this is happening, you need to have a haircut, or you need to be using these products, you need to be doing this. So that's just my little sort of like hair rant that I wanted to just say before I go into the tutorial, because you need to basically be looking after your hair to really get anywhere with it. So I think the most important thing when you are styling hair with broken layers is you want to basically really minimize the amount of heat that you're putting on the broken layers. So as you can see up here, this is the part of my hair that is essentially was really bad. It is getting so much better, but I'm just going to show you guys. So this is the length of my top layer, probably all the way round. It's a little bit longer at the back. It has grown substantially, so it's like down here now. But the front bits are obviously the bits that struggle the most to grow. That's obviously because they're probably styled the most. You know, they're dyed. As you can see, I've got like the light bits just in the front of my hair. So naturally, those bits are going to be slightly more over-processed and whatever else. But even though they're still short, they are growing, and you'll have to laugh, guys. I honestly take progress photos like you would for weight loss of my hair. So I have an album on my phone of like my hair growth journey, and I will put the picture in here. I mean, please mind the state of me, it's hilarious. But this was when it was at its absolute worst. The layers were basically broken off to my cheekbones, and you can't do anything with your hair when they're like that. Now, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. This was about 3 years ago, and it has taken 3 years to just get it back into a place where I feel like it's actually finally gonna start growing. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that there are any miracles for basically sorting your hair out, but it's gonna take time. But that's why I'm saying you need to invest in it so that it can get better and start to grow. Do you know what I mean? So there's no quick fixes. It is a long journey, and believe me, it has gotten me so down over the last 3 years, because hair is so important, and when it's not right, you do feel a bit shit, and I totally get it, because I've honestly just felt so shit about it, and it feels like it's never growing. That's why I say take progress photos, because you'll be surprised, it does grow, it just grows very, very slowly. So I tie this section up when I'm blow drying my hair, and also when I'm styling my hair. So when I blow dry, this bit's tied up separately, so this gets blow dried on its own, and I blow dry all my extensions and just all of this, so this gets pretty much as much of the heat as you know it needs. And then when it comes to this section, I turn down the temperature on the hairdryer, and I just blow dry it really high, far away from the hair, and basically just allow it to have as little heat on it as possible. So the same goes for when I'm styling it. One of the other things that I invested in, which is just the most amazing thing, is this Dyson styler. So actually the Dyson styler does come with a hairdryer top on it, but I'd already bought the hairdryer. So the styler is the new, but the styler's got about 6 different heads on it. It's the one, you know, that's got the air wrap that curls hair. But this one is the reason why, if you have damaged hair, you need to get this. Okay, it's expensive, I get it, it is expensive, but if you use hair straighteners and you have damaged hair, you need to stop. Hair straighteners are hands down the worst things for your hair, and I don't think I realised basically until I started using this just how bad hair straighteners are for your hair, especially on the broken layers or the short layers. I don't think I will ever put hair straighteners on that part of my hair ever again, because essentially I mean, you can kind of just realise why they're so bad for your hair. You're putting your hair between 2 massively hot pieces of like ceramic and pulling your hair through it, and it just basically is so bad. So if you are in a place where your hair is so crap, please just get rid of your straighteners, and I think you will see such a difference. But I completely understand that getting rid of straighteners is a scary thing, because how are you going to straighten your hair? How are you going to get it like smooth, all that kind of stuff? This is where this comes in. I honestly I can't go on about this enough. I'm obsessed with it. So this is the smoothing head, and basically it works a little bit like a hairdryer. So this is the noise. So it sounds like there's air, hot air, that's now coming through just turn this off while I chat. So there's hot air that is coming through this head, a bit like a hairdryer. And when you go over your hair with it, you just kind of brush it through. You go like on the top, underneath, and it smooths all your hair out. So as you can see, this is all just blow drying, so it's smoothish. But I'm gonna just go over it with this air wrap so you guys can see the result that you get from this. So this will basically give you the straightened look, but actually it's a bit nicer because it gives you that sort of like salon blow dry straight look. So as you can see, this side is super smooth and really straight. It's straightened out the little side sections of my hair as well, and it's so quick. I feel like with straighteners, you know, you can spend so much time going over the same section, and obviously it's just ruining your hair. So it does really just smooth all your hair out with minimal heat, and it's quick. That's the best thing about it. Like when I'm getting ready now, I can do my hair so fast because of this, and it also dries your hair while it's doing it, so you can sort of rough dry your hair with a hairdryer and then go over it with this, and it will smooth and dry your hair at the same time. So again, we're allowing ourselves to use minimal heat, but we're getting like the maximum effects, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go into the other side. I'm just going to smooth this side out, and then we'll move on to curling. So I do believe that there are, you know, like straightening hairbrushes and those kind of smoothing things out there that are a little bit similar to this. Now I've not used them, so I don't know what they are like for your hair, whether they are better in a sense with damage wise as good as this. They are cheaper, and it might be worth trying that rather than straighteners, because I do understand that this is expensive. It's not something that everyone can afford. So there probably are other alternatives out there. You basically just want something that's, I don't know if they've got air running through them or how they work exactly, but I think anything is probably going to just be better than using straighteners, because they just stress me out because I just think they're just so bad. That's what I've got to say on the straightening matter. So basically, I curl my hair now in a way that allows my top section to not be really touched with the curlers, apart from slightly the front part. This again is just so that there is as little heat as possible on my top section. That I can't like say that enough. It's all about putting as little heat as possible on the broken / damaged section of your hair. So the curlers that I currently use and I absolutely love, so this is the Mark Hill Pick and Mix handle, but the one that bends. It's very handy. I actually just always leave it bent. I never use it anything other than just bent. And this is, I feel like, I'm not sure the exact name for this top that you, because they're detachable, so you can use like multiple heads for the one handle, which is so good. I don't know what this one is called, but I will link the exact one below. I think it's actually the Waver one, because as you can see, it's like smaller and then it gets fatter and then it gets thinner again, and that's how you get really good waves rather than a curl. It's also a really quick hairstyle as well, this. I feel like it doesn't take me much time at all, because I don't even really section off the bottom section of my hair. I just go straight in and just do the whole thing. So I start about probably middle of the section of the hair, and then I wrap it round and I leave a big sort of tail on the end, so about that much. I'm trying to see how you guys can see that better. It's probably about 3 inches, I would say, on the end of the section. This is so that it is just like purely waves and not curls, and I think actually leaving the end out, you just get waves no matter what. Even if you've got more of a curling style wand, if you leave a large section at the end, it will look more like a wave, a little bit more like an undone kind of hairstyle. So I'm going to hold that for about 20 seconds, and then I'm going to repeat the steps all over my hair. So as you can see, when it comes out, you've got this little tail at the end here, and when you brush it through, it all blends and it just becomes this really nice sort of like waved hairstyle. So if you want it to just be a real kind of natural wavy look, then just take really big sections. I would say as you get closer to the front, you can leave a little bit less of a tail, so it's about 1.5 inches now, because you want the front to just be like a little bit more of a wave. So then these bits, which are obviously my natural hair, I'm just going to push all the extensions back. I'm just basically really gentle with them, so I wrap it round and I probably hold it for about 8 seconds, and that is just because I want it to have that little bit of a kink so it matches the rest, but I just really want to basically just put as little heat on it as possible. So now that that side is done, I'm just going to leave it before I brush it through so it's got time to sort of set, and then I'm going to move on to the other side and do exactly the same thing. So now that I've done both sides of my hair, I'm going to move on to this top section just before I brush any of it out. So the best thing about actually having the shorter layers with this hairstyle, and it's the reason why this is basically my absolute go-to hairstyle, is you don't actually need to really style any part of the top layers apart from about this front section, really, because that bit is the only bit that I kind of want to add a little bit of a curl into. So I'm just gonna brush it out and down. So because we've gone for a bit more of a wave and we've started it halfway down, when I brush it through, as you can see, that top layer basically blends in with the curls, so you don't need to worry, like even if I run my hair, like my hands through it, you don't need to worry about curling or putting any heat, apart from obviously the hairdryer, onto those top layers. And that is why I'm absolutely obsessed with this hairstyle for when you've got broken layers, because you don't really need to apply heat to them. So it's an absolute godsend. See, like even before I do that front section, if it's just brushed through, it looks so nice. And the other thing as well about tying up that section of your hair when you are curling is, if you have broken layers, you will know exactly what I mean, that when you are curling your hair, if you get the end of the little short layer in the curler, you end up with like just that little bit curled, and it sort of sticks out and it just does not look good. So tying it up and basically keeping it out of the way while you curl the bottom half of your hair allows it to just blend in really nicely. Now that that's all brushed through, you can take, as I said, the front sections of your hair. So I take probably about that much out of the section, just because I mean, this bit does still even stress me out because I just hate putting heat on these bits. Grabbing the curler again, so I'm focusing right down on the bottom just to basically get that bottom bit blending in with the wave in my hair. I'm going to hold it there. I'll literally just wrap the end over. I'm going to hold it there for about 8 seconds, kind of move it up and down so it gets a nice little bend in it like that, and then leave it just for like a few seconds to kind of cool off. Kind of just hold it and let it set its shape. I'm going to do this, and as you can see, once I brush that through, that'll just kind of like bend backwards. And I'm going to do the same on this side. This side I always feel like is a lot more awkward. I can never get my hand in the right position to do this. So yeah, I'm just going to bend that bottom bit over. And again, holding it for about 8 seconds. I think that's the one thing as well when you do curl your hair, is make sure you don't brush anything through straight away, because then the curls will just drop and it's really annoying when that happens. So you just kind of let them set, and then you can just brush it like that, and it will just blend in really nicely with that bit of wave that we put into the front of your hair. And then that's basically it. So as you can see, it's so good because I basically put zero heat onto the broken layers, and that, as I've said, I feel like a broken record in this, but that is the goal. Basically, we just don't want to put too much heat on the layers that we're trying to grow out. And then you can sort of play around with what you want to do with your front sections, because I know sometimes it's just better to have them tucked away. So you could tuck them both behind your ears and, you know, just leave them like this. This style as well, when you just curl the bottom section of your hair, it creates the nicest looking ponytail as well, because this section is all sort of straight, and then you end up with just like a really nice bouncy ponytail. So there we have it, guys. That is a little tutorial on how I do my hair on a day-to-day basis and how I deal with my broken layers. And I really hope that this video has been useful for you, especially if you are suffering with broken or damaged hair. I feel your pain, I get it, it's so annoying, but hopefully this tutorial and the products that I use and the way I do my hair might be able to help you a little bit. Give the video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed watching, and let me know below if you are using anything for your hair that has massively transformed or is helping, because help a girl out. We all need to help each other and let everyone else know what's working for us, because it is just, it's a marathon, not a sprint when it comes to making your hair better. It really is. I've never appreciated I've never looked after my hair more in all my life. So I feel like it is getting better, and it will just continue to get better, but it is a slow process. but it'll all be worth it in the end. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.